Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. A good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Callaway. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And it's 3rd and 5. You look at this Raiders defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 10. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Play fake. Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Patterson's kick is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll be out right at the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing on first down. Callaway, short pass to Howard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Vikings at 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
On 3rd and 2, Callaway. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses...
Oh, it's intercepted! A drive killer there. And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Looking to throw. Callaway. They'll roll him. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Vikings are back within a score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Raiders. Patterson now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Raiders 17, Vikings 7.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the
touchdown Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, his second touchdown on the season, and the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Murray going to fire one out wide. And they can't bring him down. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6 at the Vikings' 36-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a second down and 6 coming up. To throw is Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Now Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be fourth down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing.
Short pass to Howard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
12 yards there, first down Vikings. Going right back to Akers. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Looking to throw on second down. Callaway. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Back to throw. Callaway. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a second and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cam Akers with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. In motion left comes Harvin. They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle. And another fine run there. This one good for 15. He's come out on a mission here to start this drive. Another first down. Give him a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
On second down, Jacobs. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On play action, it's Murray. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Third and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Looking to throw. Callaway. And this one caught by Beasley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 87 yards rushing for Akers, and this is a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Luongo now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
To throw on second down, Callaway flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he's got it the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. On the give, this is Akers. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Short pass to Howard. No gain on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's going to back him up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's 4th down.
A 52-yard attempt.
Badgley able to punch this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. And all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Now 2nd and 5. Now receiver in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, but instead a give up the middle. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was a huge play on 3rd down. So now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Patterson's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And this will be a Vikings 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38.
And not a fun game at all for anyone who's playing defense on the field at this point. They just gave up another first down on another good run. I wonder if the defense coordinator just says, let's sell out, play against the run, and not worry about getting beat by the pass.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Callaway. Then he finds Beasley complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs. And
now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Here's 3rd and 10. Murray now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Callaway, flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
From the gun on 3rd down. Callaway, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Short pass to Howard. So no gain on the play, and that will bring up second down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Second and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What's your mindset? It forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
They'll run on first down with Akers. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Good gain there on first down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cam Akers with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. First down, Murray. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Murray now. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. Throwing now is Murray. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him? They were on him in a hurry.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
You